By the time Baghdad's anti-aircraft batteries opened up, painting their hot metal pattern in the night sky, the cruise missiles were slamming into their target with pinpoint accuracy. 5 miles from the city centre, the sophisticated engineering complex was struck by what the manager believes was up to 30 missiles.
It's filled with milling machines, general, of course, purposes. There is no special purpose.
The UN inspectors who've been here 3 times believe it could be used to handle uranium for nuclear bombs. The American planners clearly knew their target well. This complex has 12 workshops. Each one has been picked off individually by a cruise missile. Inside had been the controversial British-made Matrix Churchill lathes. The raid itself killed 3 with children among the 30 injured. Saddam Hussein toured the hospital as the accusations started of missed targets. The Al Rashid Hotel, where TV tape editor Derek Wilkinson escaped with his life.
And then suddenly there was an almighty explosion. I was thrown back, the camera fell on top of me, I was shot through the other side of the room.
We were also taken to this Baghdad suburb, which the Iraqis claim was also hit by a cruise missile. 3 houses were destroyed here, killing a pregnant woman and injuring 2 children. It was a night which carried a violent message. Already this morning, Saddam says it has failed. Martin Frizzell, GMTV News.
Colleague from NBC on the 5th, so we went back up to see how he was, and luckily he was okay. On the way there, all the rooms prior to his number were totally devastated.
The hotel was full, 700 people attending an Islamic conference, together with the 95 foreign journalists that are in the city. These are the scenes in Baghdad's hospitals tonight. The death toll stands at 2 in the Al Rashid Hotel, 2 women receptionists. They still haven't accounted for everyone at the hotel, and it's not clear how many people were injured. A statement from the Iraqi Ministry of Information said that the site the Americans had hit was not a nuclear installation. They said it was a mechanical engineering plant which manufactures molds and dyes. Michael Macmillan, BBC News, Baghdad.
A short time ago, Saddam Hussein appeared in public for the first time since the attack. He visited the hospital in Baghdad where victims of the raid are being treated. Accompanied by a small group of military bodyguards, he toured the wards and spoke to patients and medical staff. The plant targeted in the raid is believed to be of symbolic rather than strategic importance. The Allies didn't attack it during the Gulf War. Its significance only came to light because of intelligence information afterwards.
It was 2 years ago to the day that Tomahawk cruise missiles were first fired in anger. Tonight, some 40 were launched again at Iraq in an unmanned strike meant to force Saddam to obey the UN without risking the lives or capture of Allied pilots in the final days of the Bush presidency. In the Gulf War, the Iraqis tried to shoot down the Tomahawks over Baghdad, but failed. They'll almost certainly have failed again tonight, against an attack that may not be the last, according to the White House.
The goals of this operation is to seek compliance with the UN resolutions. We do not have that yet, and I don't believe you can assume that these kinds of episodes are over until we get compliance.
The trigger for the attack was the fact that the UN's aircraft were still stuck this evening in Bahrain after Iraq imposed yet more conditions on their flight to Baghdad with weapons inspectors. Though the RAF didn't take part in the attack, the Prime Minister made it clear tonight that he supported the action.
It isn't just the occasional disobedience. It's willfully disobeying the requirements of the international community time and time and time again. He has been courting trouble. He's had trouble. He knew what was likely to happen. It has happened.
The target was part of Iraq's nuclear weapons complex, a site similar to this one. Though much of Iraq's nuclear capability has already been demolished by the UN, the site attacked tonight, Zar Faraniya, was still awaiting destruction, considered less important because the Iraqis had already abandoned the nuclear process it carried out.
Well, I think it has no essential long-term strategic importance for the Iraqis. It does have symbolic importance, however. The site was not struck during Desert Storm. It is a rare nuclear site in Iraq, undamaged. And so Bush may well have decided that was reason enough to put it on the target list.
Left unused so far tonight is the firepower which was deployed last Wednesday to such little effect on Saddam. The warplanes of the Kitty Hawk and Britain's Tornadoes are on standby again, and the signs are that further attacks are planned.
That's all from the newsroom. Good night.